Hey, what is up, guys? I hope you enjoy this video that I got coming up for you. Quick few things. This channel that this video is going to appear on is going to be where all of my gameplay stuff, all my stream highlights, all of my long plays are going to be. I know a lot of you really liked Not For Broadcast, me playing it, and really, I am blown away by the fact that so many of you have watched it and have like begged me to do these other episodes. I did the other episodes, and I just never uploaded them to YouTube. So here they are. If you're coming from the other channel, please make sure you stay subscribed to the other channel and subscribe to this one. Leave likes and subscribes and all of that stuff. I appreciate you guys for really loving Not For Broadcast, and hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing more of my stuff from streams right here. So thanks again, guys, and enjoy.
Energy drink. An important review. You arrive at work a little early despite a stressful journey in. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though if the swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by, this isn't just Channel 1 matter. It is confirmed when you are informed when you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and are escorted to his office. You sit nervously outside waiting for your boss. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, disheveled and with the stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston, good. The specialist Ables. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. A ruddy-faced man bustles into his office. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. A few times you've been here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its proper place. Not so today. Must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp and his gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Ables is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. No, not really. I wasn't involved in anything that happened yesterday. What happened last night was nothing short of the culmination of heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO observer is standing. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot wherever we find it to prevent anything like last night happening ever again. I have been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all the staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well. He shoots you a quick smile. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. Arranging some paper, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. You nod. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of that poor Miss Brightman. Why did you play it? Help me understand why I played that tape. You meet his gaze. You're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the old man's eyes. I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. You watch as Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I'd done the same in your shoes. But I think it's clear enough you thought it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. He clears his throat and leans forward again, a smile once again on his face. I believe that's all I had for you now. Anyhow, thank God it's over. I've obviously got a lot more interviews ahead of me, so I think we can leave it there for now, Alex. Bozeman looks to the CCO, and seeming to get the response he wants, he nods. Thankfully, Disrupt were thwarted last night, so we were still strong and on the air. You can head back to your post now. Thank you for your time. Back to normal? Oh, we're skipping ahead several days. Day 12-17, a banquet for some. It's your anniversary, and this year you've got a plan. A week away could be just what the doctor ordered for you and Sam, but it won't be cheap. It's more than you'd normally spend, but Sam's worth every penny. Sam still hasn't forgotten that missed anniversary, but you've not made that mistake again in the 3 years since. Damn, Bozeman. With the trip book, you've even took today off, so you could go all out and cook a nice meal from scratch. Fancy, and Sam's going to love it. They should be here any minute. Even you and Chris seem to be on the same page for the first time in years. Maybe it's been long enough for them to forgive you, or perhaps they've decided they were unfair to ask you, but either way, you're grateful for the newfound peace. They even helped you clean up the house today, so when Sam gets back from work, it'll be pristine. You hear keys in the lock and put the final touches in the place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's all this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is laid out, candles lit, and Chris and the children standing quietly grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary comes, of course, from your 3 cheerleaders as Sam turns to you, smiling with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a less than subtle cough from Charlie. So, I've got officially accepted in the Community Cohesion Management Program, Charlie blurts out. And how do you feel about being grandparents? Susie continues. Wait, what was that? Kidding, I'm kidding. Though it might be sooner than you think, Susie laughs as Sam grabs the door frame for support. Alright, you two are coming back with me before you give your parents a heart attack. We'll see you tomorrow. As in, not tonight. With a wink, with a wink, they finish ushering Charlie and Susie out of the house. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking his seat and grinning at you. Sounds like the kids are keeping busy. They shake their head as you take your own seat opposite them. Tomorrow, for now, you really didn't need to have to do all this, Alex. I know. I wanted to. It's because I love you. I love you too, they breathe, admiring the panoply of food you've prepared for them. Now, where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? An unwelcome discovery. Sam's call had been brief but urgent. Susie was in the hospital, and they had both asked you to come. Bozeman was surprisingly understanding, telling you to leave work immediately. You'd expect at least some hesitation. When you asked the front desk, they direct you to Susie's room. You run up 2 flights of stairs and along the corridor until you find the right room. Another one? That's what, 5? The 2 nurses outside cut themselves off as you push past into the room. Sam is at your daughter's bedside, speaking with a doctor. Susie's in a medical gown. Both faces are streaked with tears. What's wrong? What's happened? The doctor looks sympathetically towards you as you move to put your arms around the pair of them. Susie should be fine after some rest. However, I'm afraid we were unable to save the baby. Sam hugs Susie as your daughter breaks down into tears. Oh, God. I know this is hard to hear right now, but it looks like it could be terribly difficult, if not impossible, for you to conceive. Again, I am terribly sorry, and if you could have any questions at all, I'll just be outside. The 3 of you are left alone in the room, hugging tight as if that could somehow fix this. Your poor little girl. You wish there were something we could do. Anything, but there isn't. For now, all you can do is hold her close and protect your daughters as best you can. A job down. Okay. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and it never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick up the VHS. I'm gonna go cry now. I'm sorry, Be Cross. Now you've just been waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you put a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here. Sam comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit down next to you. You have to actually nudge them to break their stupor. Sam, what is it? Yeah, we like start with like, you know, hilarity, and that was just keeps getting sadder and darker. I've just been let go from work. Sam is staring into space. Apparently there just isn't a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't a demand for younger years teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What we're going to do. You pull Sam into a hug. It's alright. What we've saved, we should be okay for a little while. Current, well, technically not negative. I guess you're right. I just hate putting this burden on you. Sam pulls back and looks at you. But I'll find something, I promise. We're a team. They laugh. God, I can't believe I just said that. I sound like a Bloody Advanced advert. You chuckle. We are, though. We're going to get through this. You flick Bullet Man on and finally finishing the film off years of build-up. It's a typical Hollywood blockbuster, but not best sold on its writing, but enjoyable nonetheless. Later that night, long after Sam's fallen asleep while cocooned in the duvet, you find yourself wide awake thinking about money. How long will your savings actually last? Oh. All right. Paradise. It's awfully nice if you don't think twice. The sterility. 3 years since the uprising.
Hello, Alex. I've checked the schedule for tonight. Nothing major to report. Certainly isn't anything you can't handle. Still, at least my daughter's in for Advance's new initiative. That should liven things up a bit here. Keep up the good work.
After the birth of their unexpectedly large family. At 9:15, it's What Music is Best? A rundown of the top-selling songs across the countries. Expect catchy tunes and scenes of an inappropriately sexual nature. Not one to miss. At 10 p.m., it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire.
Let's go.
Then at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling.
And this is Jenny.
Right.
She's the floor manager.
Hi,
Stacey. That's Colin. He too much. Don't talk to Colin.
Just don't talk to Colin.
Colin.
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so wrong?
Days.
That's followed by the territory
Atta
weather
girl.
reports, advanced briefing, and
10
pages
seconds,
of
everybody.
now featuring up to 16
Monday's a myth.
simultaneous
That
colours.
explains so much.
Monday's
Okay,
a
we are
myth.
going in
But
5,
first,
4,
time to put on your thinking
3.
glasses as we go over to Megan and the team at the end.
Good evening
To
and
you,
welcome
Megan.
to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
Hello, Stacey. All right then, here are the stories that matter to you. First up, With Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile.
85%
My record
of the
is the
country.
scarf. It's 124 metres long. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot or the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face. So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Come on, can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
Apparently, this is from Sherry in Tendon. Here I am, just 6 months out of betterment. I'm healthy, sober and working thanks to the facilities I had access to on the inside. I'll never have to go back to my old life of stealing cars and burning down charity shops. I just wanted to share.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Okay.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the SFX buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
That's right. Follow the government orders. Like the boots. Leather is my favorite flavor of food.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Touchbadger.
107 years ago.
So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
Oh, whoops.
He says it drains the battery.
Well, you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation.
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that. Yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I like this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, you're
A woman.
Yeah, a woman. One of
Women
them.
can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Well, are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that.
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which were a popular name for a dog back then, on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times.
Divorced 8.
There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First,
All
let's
right.
turn to the reason we're all here. The weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families
Some
to
of that,
unburden each other
nice,
than any
tango
other
music.
nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven path, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Doctor, I mean, 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Well, I
There he goes. Look.
can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, love.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actors said to the mission.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these wide fronts for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh my goodness.
Right, you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randiganis.
Medal, Alfie. When I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we just grab them for ourselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them two. Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankworth prison in argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. It makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fannies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Hand matter. And
All right.
you are?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Got to go.
Oh.
Gotta keep the. Oh, nope.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Only you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses sent into Bethel and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that won't bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh,
All right.
there you go again. Hello, Alfie Tadge-Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Gotta make sure that we keep the flappy bits off.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh,
Alfie.
You better don't know what he knows.
This reminds me of when I was in my 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach.
The hilarious part here
Black and white then.
is
Of
that
course, we'd
you know, these
visit
are supposed to be
the
government
penny
approved here.
arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it.
You're just gonna wail on her. Oh
It
no.
was so much simpler.
Oh
back then.
no.
Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents.
Dang, my
and their
neighbors are
candy floss.
dropping shit.
You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, oh, never mind. Just a tea, pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose
right.
of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive.
All right, guys. I'm actually kind of sitting here doing the potty dance. I will be right back. be right back.
It's like it.
Oh man.
With less rocks, so.
Mm.
Look at you. How did that get you?
I fell off. I died. Oh, I didn't win. I was really hoping I was gonna win. I should have stayed and played. Ooh, good shot.
Thank you.
Knock one. I know, she's
On your side. Trying to snake over.
tried on tossing a stick it out of it. Oh shit, she went in. I'm tossing a stick of dynamite in. Oh, fuck. It's okay, I whipped it anyways.
Oh no.
How'd she get you?
Oh, hand.
Get fucked, bitch!
Zombie
Okay.
dances.
We are back. Sorry, guys. I was like sitting there, like, kind of dancing to the music, but also dancing to the fact that I had to pee really bad.
And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got him, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighborhood. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, congratulations.
You should be in a transition centre, you old non... Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense. Prime Minister, you have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with an iron fist. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And
wow.
Stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me
man.
next week when hopefully things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay. Well, succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work, Petunia, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex, completely forgot what I was going to say. Blast it all. You're lucky your Susie is outside the catchment area and exempt for today.
What?
Tragic comic
Outside the catchment area?
Yeah,
Even as they still refuse to feed their own, but they have underestimated us, although they may have scarred our...
Jeremy, are you watching us?
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us?
Oh, right. So she can swear.
Alright, see what the end of
Every
this is.
metric. We are producing more and faster than ever before.
What are you guys thinking so far of this this episode?
To focus on our inner lives, for leisure, for art. We have less stress.
I don't know about you guys, but I am thoroughly enjoying the taste of
Patrick
food.
and Robin are just going to grab your hand, and then you've got these generic links in the autocue to glue it all together.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
Don't you wish you'd studied something useful now, eh?
Oh, this bring your daughter to work day. What a joke.
Where is our honoured guest?
I don't know, she's probably sniffing around that boy band. Hot spot.
Heat rash. Hot problem at last.
Heat rash. Oh god, they're running out of names, aren't they?
I hear the computer comes up with
I like
them
watching this
songs
game.
too.
It is so
Oh,
fun.
there she is, and just in time too. That's
I would
10
love to
seconds,
do
everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you? And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here. Wishing she wasn't. Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late, great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
See, we just watched this in the first in the warm-up, so we know.
I can't deconstruct it.
Captain?
I can't deconstruct it. Robots!
Okay.
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Saturn.
Something on your face, Chief Harrison! I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, chick, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, lost it all!
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky 3-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner, this is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down! But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright, I guess.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show.
Come on. Right, you, shall we?
Yes, we are live from Western Square with a man who needs no
All right.
introduction, Lawrence Blunderclatch. How has your evening been so far?
Twat.
Magical. Absolutely magical. My most dear friends all gathered here to celebrate my work. One really couldn't ask for much more, could one?
Well, on that note, with award season just around the corner, are you hoping to add to your collection for a 3rd time?
Well, I really couldn't say. But if the association deigned to honour me for a 4th time, it's really not for me to say. But
Keep
let's
that
just
there.
say that I know of
There we go.
3 little gold men who are getting rather lonely.
Absolutely.
Because I've won 3. And 3 little women.
And each more deserved than the last. Well, it's safe to say that your career
keep
has
that
gone
there.
supersonic in the last couple of years. How's that been?
Well, as I was saying to Stephen only yesterday,
There we go.
that's Stephen Spellman. The Stephen Spellman.
Steven Spellman.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable mind. I said, Stephen, you know, this really has been quite the ride. Did you know what he said? He agreed with me.
Wow. And what do you attribute your success to?
Well, if we're talking actual numbers, I'd have to say 60% talent, 30% looks, and 10% passion, brackets general.
Okay.
Not to mention the incredible coverage on election night. That really was the start of it all. That and my own range of sick bags. Lawrence's Chundercatch.
Wow, who could forget? Well, it's been a delight talking to you, as always. Thank you so much. Well, Patrick Bannon should be with Lil C for a conversation that doesn't involve vomit. Patrick!
Thank you, Robin. Let's hope not.
Just still playing Patrick.
Billy Bob Jean Short. And surely you recognize my youngest, pop sensation, Lil D. Her Lil C covers album drops next week.
Actually, we weren't expecting Lil C. Is she?
She's around. She's not been feeling very well. She's put me in charge.
Has she?
Well, the courts have. They gave me stewardship over her estate, her finances, and her
goodness.
eternal soul. Praise Craglaw!
Praise Craglaw. Wow.
Praise Craglaw.
But is she coming just because we've got some questions for her?
Well, she might be along later, but as our legal and spiritual guardian, I'll be happy to answer all and any questions on her behalf.
Okay.
And Lil D, was it? Well, you look great. Oh, thank you. You know what?
Right, still in
I
the green.
feel great.
Okay.
Well, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Little C and you could be too.
Really?
Little C's new line launches tonight. This is one of my favourite looks. It's called... Ah!
Oh, what a unique name.
Hard to spell though.
But of course, Lil C is basically fashion royalty now with a veritable clothing empire to her name.
Yeah, well, the label's gone from strength to strength since our initial TV launch on this very show, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So really, we have all you to thank for all this. You know, this hat cost more than my second jet. Feel that? Feel that?
Yes, it's a nice hat.
Person.
And Frobes magazine has named me
Frobes.
the youngest self-made success story ever.
And do you have any advice for anyone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Absolutely. All you need to succeed on your own is your family's financial backing and pre-existing fame. It's not rocket science, people.
Oh, well, but in sadder news, am I right that Lil C is going to be retiring from music?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm sure you can imagine. At 25, she's far too old for pop music now. She can't keep up with these young stars. So, her best of album is out now, and she's touring that later this year. And then her farewell tour the year after that. And that's her last chance to see her. So, until the reunion tour, and then the classic tour after that. But it's been a long and varied career, as you can imagine. She's very, very proud.
Oh, and if her health's bad, then maybe it's for the best.
What's wrong with her health? Oh, yes, her health. Her poor health. And surprisingly expensive treatments. Curse you, Zaytan! Damn your intergalactic justice!
Oh, yeah. Well, we better be letting you get back.
Okay, so
Those babies aren't
Scientologist
gonna
Cowboy
sort themselves, or
mixed
possibly
with
at all.
Britney Spears
Billy Bob,
Pops. And
Lil C. Thank you so much for joining me, and do pass our best wishes to Lil C.
Who? Oh.
Now, it looks like Robin is with a music legend who actually is irreplaceable. Is that who I think it is, Robin?
It absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you, silencing me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh, no.
You can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice, I'm the hope. You can lock me up, call the doctors, but only the moon can judge me.
So, what have you been up to since your team cut ties with you?
You know, keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now. Written, recorded, directed, all by myself.
Can we hear a bit of it?
No.
I know I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the people at home would love to as well.
I'm probably going to have to censor some stuff here soon.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic. Yo. the news tried to shut my mouth, but it won't be long until they go south. Because my name's Big J and you can't stop me. See, no censorship can stop me. See, that's all I've got at the moment.
Did you just rhyme me with me?
No! Daddy promised this wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say, well done, Julian, well done.
Well done, Julian.
Thank you. Now, ask me a polite question, now walk away nicely.
Is it true that you're heir to a hotel chain?
What? Where did you hear that?
And that you're very much alive parents
La, la, la,
currently
la,
on the
la,
run
la,
for
la,
massive
la, la, la,
financial
la, la,
holding.
la.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to censor me? Oh,
No.
Jesus there, who really does seem to be going from strength to something. There are just so many stars here tonight, Megan. It really is the who's who of...
Oh, man.
Whatever here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Oh, go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
Wow.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinion. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick!
Here we go.
All right.
It's absolutely electric, Megan. I can't quite believe it either, but he's here. It's Crazy Neil.
Hey, hi, ho, how you doing?
Crazy Neil.
Neil, our audiences just love you. They've really, really connected with your ads over the years. What's it like suddenly being so popular?
It's crazy. People stop me in the streets, they expose themselves, they write me threatening letters. You know, the stalker has become the stalky. A real taste of Neil's own medicine, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and what's been the most challenging?
Megan's not having a good time with her daughter there.
It's places like this, you know, being around actors and rock stars. They're real crazy, and Crazy Neil knows crazy, and I'm used to being the loudest whack job in the room. Hey.
Yes, I can imagine.
But I know what you're thinking. Hey, Neil, where's the crazy deal? We got crazy deals on chairs. You ever sit in a chair to knock your socks off?
No, I can't say that I have.
Makes a mess of the carpet. But what do you say? We got a deal?
Well,
what about Betty Andrews' handbag? It's real leather. It's real cheap. And it even contains our heart medicine. Spicy.
no, really.
You've got the chair. You've got the bag. You're really busting my balls. What can I do to convince you? Let me throw in my wife, Mrs. Neil. It's the latest model. Not a scratch on her. Pearls like a charm. What do you say? We got a deal.
Look, I can't take your wife.
Yes, you can. I got loads of them. Come on down to Crazy Deals. We got crazy deals on chairs. We got crazy deals on meals. We got crazy deals on wheels. We got wheels on meals, meals on wheels. We've even got endangered seals. And we got meals with endangered seals. Yeah!
Thank you, Neil. Well, it's always a dream come true to meet a hero. How about that, Megan? The man himself. Aren't we lucky? Back to you.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance, I hope. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Hawley in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through, the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you see...
Thanks, Megan. Well, will you settle for the territory's
Can I
most
get that a little too
eligible
close?
bachelor? 5 years ago, Steve Saxon was an unknown. Then a series of incredible performances in acclaimed productions from Hamlet's Jam to the curious rise of Algernon Ding Dong made him the most wanted man in drama. He's been voted sexiest man under 25 for 3 successive years. Now, let's see.
Sexiest man under 25.
Excuse me, Mr. Saxon. Steve, have you got a moment to spare to talk to the NNN?
Oh, hi, the NNN. You know, your show gave me my first chance at an audience. The raw me, Steve 1.0.
I remember. Even then, everyone could see there was something so special about you. The whole thing is burned into my mind.
A moment is the very least I can give your amazing viewers in return.
Not that we're actually going anywhere. Where is she?
Are you going to introduce us to your date?
But of course, this
I'm
is...
Charlotte Winstanley Hamilton. I was in Hey Friendship too. You know, that scene you burned into your mind. I was in that.
No. Sorry.
Here we go.
Don't remember you at all. Are you sure you were in that?
Yes, I was the pretty one. Tell her, Steve.
How looks are really important.
Well, if you say so, Steve. So it's been a big year for you. I believe you've been tackling the Bard.
Yeah, so I've been working with an enfant terrible called Quentin Sucker Punch. We've been doing all the shapes.
Quentin Sucker Punch.
All of them.
Yeah, so we shoot one a week. I play all the parts, so I learn them at the weekend and then we shoot them naked in his steam room. The lighting in there is really good.
Sorry, did you say naked?
Yes, well, he is. I'm in a variety of hats. It's an old theatrical tradition.
I had a single out. It was called Look at Me.
And you did that advert, didn't you, babe?
Is that your dental floss?
And the sex tape, of course.
Steve! I don't like to talk about that. Although apparently it's available for $11.99 everywhere. Just ask your newsagent.
So, what is your favourite Shakespeare play then, Steve?
Ooh, I like the wordy one.
It's starting soon. I'm going to miss the trailers and we haven't even got any popcorn yet.
She'll be here.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, guys.
What took you so long?
There was an injured pigeon. I'll explain on the way in.
Now, of course, I remember you from that legendary first appearance.
Really? Her too?
You were such a serious little thing. You had that horrible sister.
Yes, that was me. I'm the horrible sister.
Don't be so hard on yourself, babe. Looks are really important.
Thanks, Steve.
So, what have you been up to, Harriet?
Actually, last year I was overseas bringing art to the starving children from outside the territory.
I remember.
They may not have
They
food,
were
but they can still have
the
Canadian.
bullying group.
Good for you.
And now I'm in an experimental physical theatre piece about the existential angst of Wicker.
Amazing. So, art.
We do it above a pub on Thursdays.
I was also the girl who got murdered in the bath in Night Slasher 3.
Haven't seen it.
But she was brilliant.
Thanks, Steve.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
I think it's starting soon and I really need a tinkle.
Oh my god, you need the loo now.
We're going to completely miss the trailers. You were so selfish. Sorry.
We've got to go.
Oh, of course. Thank you
Dang.
so much for talking with us and enjoy the movie.
Thanks. Love the NNN.
I love you guys. Stop showing off. Sorry.
Stop showing up.
God, Megan, I can't believe that. Steve Saxon, Harriet Winstanley-Hamilton, and someone else, can't remember her name for the life of me. I'm too starstruck, if I'm honest. I think I've just come. Back to you, Megan.
Robin, lucky you, and enjoy the movie.
Did it ask
the
me to censor that? I
Automated
don't think it
opens
did.
in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, hey, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better. No unevens.
What do you guys think so far?
All the way through.
Oh, what about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with me.
Feeling better? Alright, you are. I've got to get set up for heat rash. I think Ronnie's on something.
I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
This is crazy fun, dude.
Sweet.
It is.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish you wouldn't.
Oh my goodness.
Cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast society.
We seem to be a bit bunched up at end.
Oh, don't worry. It's Soko.
It's what now?
Is record or rotate your
Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her.
Right.
This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie. Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room. Whatever. Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
Damn.
No.
Megan's being a mom.
No,
She's
what?
laying a smackdown.
No. Thank you.
Okay. And sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No co.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan.
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's Soko, Preeti.
It's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, aren't you, boys?
Mum.
And you must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Pronos was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie. Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of Soko.
Fuck's sake. Soko.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You preties say cool.
Right, okay. Thank you, Stacey.
Sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So, you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
With a Z.
So, how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dale and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing it.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and
I keep,
they
like,
give them a song
getting
that the producer just found
to-
from under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I
From-
write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah?
Mum.
What?
No-co. Pretty. So no-co. The band who get the most approval gets to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore.
You mean losers?
Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go-Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
But, sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
Thought you were Soko.
Yeah, I am so good.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is...
a preety, Mum?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you preties.
Uneven.
Mimis. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is,
Disrupt were violent, Noco, pricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
All right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single,
All right, guys,
Pieces of My Heart.
Another
Are you excited, Stacey?
Another song segment here.
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the menu center with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces.
You gotta get the beat here.
Of my heart.
You wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka instead. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag.
I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay.
I can't get the beat of the song.
You make me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you.
We sat there shaking all the way through incisors.
We held each other as things fell apart.
We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories.
You took a dozen pieces of my heart.
What's that? Great.
I didn't know that life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no burning inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than neon. Crazier than neon. Crazier than neon today.
Pause.
Wow. Fantastic, thank you.
Blow me
Nico.
away.
That was actually really good.
Zombie.
Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now, I have no idea what she's going to say. So, fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case.
Okay.
Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands, so... Anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected, 6 years ago, I was 9.
6 years ago. 6 years
and
ago.
in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of... Some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay.
Okay.
Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. They had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer, but what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles.
Wait, disrupt?
Thank you, Stacey, for that. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's keep making tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Is that all right?
Yes. Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
Dang.
So I guess
Songs of the new future.
you're gonna be taking me back to the home now then.
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options. if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke. I heard about that. Everyone did.
I wonder if Jeremy's gonna come back.
Doesn't look old enough.
She's growing on me.
Yeah, she does that.
Broadcast complete. A average? Not gonna complain about that. Let's go. Continue.